video in just a moment, but first, a 30-second announcement. What if the secret to living your best life is realizing that you're not fighting the world, you're fighting yourself? We're inviting you to get deep with our free 7-day self-love challenge, Compliments of C.Ht Academy. Click the link to find out more and get started today. And now, on to the video. Welcome to our Tarot Tips series, How to Read Tarot Cards. Be sure to watch the whole video for every single tarot card explained in detail. Okay, that's impossible to explain them in one short video, but we are going to give you some quality tips and a good deal of shenanigans in the meantime. And stay to the end for the collective tarot card reading because there might be something in it for you.
This series is an introduction to our comprehensive tarot training courses.
Make sure that you catch all the videos in the series in the link below for all the juicy tarot goodness.
Whatever level you are, from beginner to advanced, we always bring something valuable to help you grow and improve your practice.
Boom, that's just how we do it. If you're just getting to know us.
I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
.com,
home of C.Ht Academy.
As you come on, let us know where you are watching from. Represent your hood right now.
Boom, do it. If you have any questions as we go, be sure to drop them in the comments.
Yes. Lady Frida Harris painted Aleister Crowley's Thoth deck. She said this: the tarot could be described as God's picture book, or it could be likened, who uses that word anymore, right? Or it could be likened to a celestial game of chess, the trumps being the pieces to be moved according to the law of their own order over a checkerboard of the 4 elements.
Interesting.
That's a crazy mouthful of wow.
Right? And the tarot is really like that. It is new in the moment, but its elements, like the materials that make up the universe, remain the same.
But the celestial game of chess is a never-ending game, all right? So you got to think on your feet with the tarot. But if you know what all the pieces do, you can become a master player like Anne in The Queen's Gambit. If you've watched that series, go watch it if you haven't. And you might also think of the tarot like the play of life itself.
On the practical side, you can think of the tarot as 3 separate decks. You've got the major arcana, that would be the bones, the skeleton, the framework, just like the stage itself. Life is but a stage and we are players upon it. Then you've got the court cards, which would be the actors on that stage. And then we've got the pip pip hooray, pip pip hooray. Pip pip, or the numbered cards, are like the costumes and the scripts and the temporary situations and emotions that are being played out. Now it's time for the collective tarot card reading. As we go through, if any of this resonates with you, be sure to drop it in the comments and let us know. Now it's time to check in with our fans.
I'm going to fan the cards across the table. And I'm going to just pull out whatever one is winking at me, and I think it's going to be this
wink,
one
wink,
today.
nudge, nudge.
Ooh, okay, so we pulled the moon in reverse. Okay.
Tell me what it means.
So the moon in reverse can be a little bit of a problematic. Okay, so the moon upright is emotional because the moon is just an emotional card, but it can be about shadow work.
The moon is a glass case of emotion.
It's not a, yeah.
Maybe the glass is broken and the emotion's just spilling out.
So we like to think of the moon as a lot of times as feminine and mystical and this whole thing, but the moon's a little bit, the moon card itself is a little bit darker emotionally. So when it's in its upright position, of course, it's a little bit more gentle with the emotional stuff that you're going through. But when it's upside down, there's some things for you to watch out for. So for us as a collective, I think the warning, which the moon upside down kind of brings sort of a warning.
An omen.
An omen. It may be to look for things that are not as they appear.
Ah, the dark side of the moon.
The dark side of the moon. So,
I like my shirt.
Yes. So the moon in reverse can be about deception and things not appearing as they're being presented. Right. So I'm not going to say that people are lying to you and you need to go watch for deceptive people, but it could be your perception of the situation is distorted.
Check your lens.
I think the moon in reverse is a warning because we've all been through a huge trauma as a collective.
Right.
So the moon in reverse can be warning us to not overreact and get into that dark paranoia where I'm being deceived, expecting to be lied to at every turn. So I think the moon in reverse is telling us we need to balance our emotions and our perception of things that are going on so that we don't misread them, and someone that is trying to be truthful and honest with us is not perceived as trying to hurt us. Because when you have a whole collective that has been traumatized, your perceptions of what is happening can be distorted. It's not that there aren't people out there that are not trustworthy, but in your world, you've got to balance your emotions and your fact-finding. Don't just kind of get triggered and stay in that deep, dark place. Right. Do some fact-finding and see what you can do to bring yourself back to balance.
Yeah, so it's about learning how to discern between when somebody might actually be shady and when somebody might just be trying to help, and your traumas make you think it's shady.
So ask yourself at any step of the way when you go into panic and fear, am I being paranoid or is something really going on? And you can probably save a few relationships along the way.
Yep.
So what I would normally do if this was a reading, because it's a reverse card and there's a lot of darkness and confusion in the moon reverse, is I would pull a clarifier.
And why don't you go ahead and do that now?
So we pulled the reverse High Priestess.
Not much more clear, huh?
Okay, so here's when you've got two major arcana in reverse. Oh, okay, so David's like, let's pull a clarifier, and then we pull something that's just kind of as dark. So the reverse height, we're going to go with this, and we're going to pull a third clarifier and see if we can get even more. We're not going to...
Even more muddy.
Even more muddy. So if it still is muddy, that means we've got a muddy road ahead of us. But the reverse High Priestess can be someone who appears to be wise. Mm-hmm. They're coming off all wise and wisdom and full of prophecy, but they're really kind of corrupt and self-serving.
So it might be a little bit, you'll never understand what's in my head, and I can't share it with you because you haven't achieved my level of mastery and my level of understanding and awareness. You would never understand the wisdom that I have.
What the message is now, because this still holds true. Mm-hmm. But as we're coming out of this trauma and we're feeling a little bit of paranoia and feeling a little bit of fear and what's around every corner, is be cautious of someone who is taking advantage of the weakened state of humanity.
Right.
Okay, so this is kind of a little bit of more of a clarifier. Watch for the people who are like, if it's too good to be true and there's this huge messiah complex ego, I'm going to save humanity, and
watch out for the false prophets.
Yeah, it's a false prophet. The High Priestess in reverse is a false prophetess kind of thing. So I'm going to pull another qualifier.
Just to get more clear or muddy, we'll find out in a minute. Ouch. Okay. All right. Actually, this to me is a very good card. This is the Three of Swords in reverse. To me, what this says, it's okay to part ways. It's okay to take the wound, take the hit, and move on. Let go of the person who is trying to feed you false knowledge and come into the real.
You can read the Three of Hearts in a couple of ways. Three of Hearts, the Three of Swords. When it's in its upright position, obviously it's a betrayal, it's a heartbreak, it's a splitting, something's breaking free. But in its reverse, if you want to just kind of take a literal reverse reading, like kind of more of an intuitive, you can look at it and you can see these three swords are about to fall out.
Yep.
Okay, so if you can do the work here of mastering your emotions and looking at people objectively and situations objectively, and looking at what you're being told and not getting caught up in the hype of it and the euphoria of that false prophet, whatever that is, or that, the person who's giving you hope or trying to sell you something, selling you snake oil.
Yep.
Then you can heal your heart. You can let the three swords kind of, to me, represent the trauma. Mm-hmm. I think then the swords can fall out and you can heal.
Yeah, it's easier when they're upside down to release the trauma of the wound that has been inflicted by this person who is basically being that false prophet to you.
Right, and this could represent a person in your life.
To me, it feels like it does. Yeah.
Like a person in your life, or as a collective, it could be, a collective energy. Because whenever you come out of a period of trauma as a collective, you've always got people like this who are trying to take advantage of a weakened state of humanity. They're trying to take people's money, take advantage. If this makes sense, this wasn't like the most crazy, hopeful, happy reading to pull today, but it's a little bit of work, a little bit of shadow work, and a little bit of you mastering yourself. So
and
that you
standing in your own strength.
Yeah, mastering yourself so you can get into the next phase and really be successful.
To me, it's about the opportunity ability to stand up for the injustice that you're experiencing in the world so that you can become stronger, heal from your wounds, and become even better, not only for yourself, but for those around you. The other thing to realize is that in this kind of a situation, when you've got this person that is taking resources like that or trying to be this huge messiah, it's coming from a wounded place. It's coming from their own fear, their fear of not having enough, not feeling special enough, not feeling good enough, whatever it happens to be. It's a fear operating system. It's not your operating system, and you don't have to let their fear dictate your truth. Boom. There it is. Don't forget to catch all the videos in this series using the link below to get a better understanding of tarot basics. If you want to see more videos like this,
Make sure to subscribe
and spank the naughty bell to turn notifications on
so you're the first to know
when we drop a new video
or go live.
And we know that time is a valuable and precious resource. The fact that you guys have chosen to spend that with us, we honor and appreciate that. But more importantly, that you are here to level up your life, your mind, and everything else, including your skills, and take it to a whole new level. We absolutely honor and appreciate that even more. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
See you in the next video.
Just a reminder to take a moment and smash on that subscribe button, and don't forget to sign up for our free 7-day self-love challenge. Compliments of Zen Academy, where it has never been easier than right now to get comprehensive PhD-backed education to improve your life and level up your skills. Emotional processing, stronger intuition, self-trust, mediumship, tarot, self-growth, all of that just for you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.